Ako po si Greco Bellica, ang anak ni dating Presidential Advisor at Bishop Grepor Butch Bellica, the most notorious juvenile delinquent of the 60s and one of the most feared gangsters inside prison at miyembro ng Communist Party of the Philippines who changed his life and turned into a minister of the gospel. I come from a family of ministers and humble beginnings. Though my father was a son of a very rich man, I was a son of a rebel and gangster turned minister of the gospel. I was brought up in God's service and molded in Christian values and Christian patriotism. What we lacked in money, we gained in respect. My mother is a doctor who gave her life so that others may live. My grandfather is a national hero, a World War II veteran, and one of the most decorated soldiers in Philippine history, Colonel Antonio Banta, the hero of Mindoro. I was educated well and was prepared for public service. I finished college in San Beda College, took my postgraduate studies at the University of California, Berkeley, USA, and finished my master's in National Security Administration at the National Defense College of the Philippines. I became one of the youngest councilors of Manila and chaired the Committee on Police, Peace and Order, Fire and Public Safety, and the Committee on Economics. I led and established the Yeshua Change Agents, an NGO that helped and trained LGUs fight illegal drugs and became the executive director of the New Life campaign under the Dangerous Drugs Board. I led the petition in the Supreme Court to abolish the pork barrel system of congressmen and the president. It was called, tapusin ko na po, it was called the Bellica ruling. I became commissioner and then chairman of the Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission and became the youngest cabinet member of President Duterte. My office led the country's fight against corruption. In my term was the most number of cases filed against ranking government officials that led to the imprisonment and expulsion of some of them. In my term, I established the anti-corruption committees in all government agencies. We are here to continue the fight against corruption, red tape, drugs, terrorism, national security, and continue our call for a constitutional convention in Congress. We shall propose laws that will create jobs, provide affordable food in our table, bring down prices of basic goods and services, expose and fight corruption, red tape in government, strengthen the justice system, lower down and simplify taxes, and create systems that will make us competitive to other countries. Strengthen the agricultural sectors, the economy, security, and secure the future of our children and care for our elderly and strengthen national security. We will work to abolish the real property tax and make laws that will make public lands available for all Filipino. We will continue our call for the Constitutional Convention in Congress to remove excessive powers of the President and Congress to abuse funds, institutional and individual rights to life, liberty, and property. We will make policies that will bring us from an ayuda nation to a productive nation. Secured, peaceful, united, loving, and happy. Trabaho naman, wag naman sana pong habang buhay ayuda. Ang gobyerno dapat po lumilika ng trabaho at protektor ng ating kalayaan, hindi nang aabuso ng kapangyarihan, pera, lupa at kayamanan ng bayan. Kami po ang inyong magiging BG, bantay at gabay ng bayan. Maraming salamat po at mahal ko po ang bayang Pilipino.
Maraming salamat, sir. Tanong po sa media. Dwight Propler. Go ahead, sir.
Sir, sorry, yung pangalan, sir, ng party list group, ano po ulit?
BG Party List po.
BG Party List, Bisaya Gyud. Sir, ito po ba tumakbo na po nung 2022? Or,
Opo.
tapos yung second?
This is a second time po.
Opo. Sir, and sino po yung second and third nominees ng Bisaya Gyud?
Ang second nominee po is si General Carlos Kita, retired General Carlos Kita, and former Deputy Director of the Anti-Red Tape Authority. And basically, we're soldiers and ministers, of course, mga Bisaya.
Sir, you made unsuccessful bids for the Senate in the past. Why try for a party list seat this time, do you think your chances of becoming a lawmaker are higher this time that you're going through the party list route?
Opo, palagay po namin mas madali po itong may panalo dahil mas konti ang kakailanganin, and the presence and the party that we have already established, palagay po namin ay makakakuha po ng sapat na boto kesa sa napakalaking kinakailangan kong Senado. So we decided na dito na po ipagpatuloy muna for now ang aming advokasya sa bansa.
Last question na lang po. You've said that you were the Anti-Corruption Commission Chief under Duterte's time, and now the Congress is investigating alleged anomalies that took place under the time of the former president. What do you make out of these investigations?
Ang investigation mo, tama ho yan, gawin. Basta gawin ng tama. At kung ano man ang kalabasan, yun po ang tamang, yun lang ho dapat ang kalalabasan at kung anong nasa batas. Ang mahirap lamang po, sa Kongreso, paminsan nakikita natin ay yung mga investigasyon nasosobra at nagiging political. So kung tayo po ay mag-iimbestiga, dapat po ay nasa batas lamang. At yung mga bagay na pang-korte, ibigay po sa korte, pero wala ho akong problema kung anumang investigasyon ang ilabas nila sa kahit na kaninong tao, kahit sa amin.
So sa tingin niyo sumosobra ang Kongreso sa current investigation?
Palagay ko po medyo very political po ang iba nilang mga investigasyon. Instead of, I think there are other problems na mas magandang mapagtuunan ng pansin kaysa politika. Example po, yung mataas sa presyo ng bilihin, yun pong sweldo ng tao, yun pong security. Palagay ko po, sana yun ang mabigyan ng mas tuon kesa po sa mga personalidad na nakikita po natin, like, mga politiko na nasasangkot sa mga investigasyon is really far from the immediate needs of our country today.
From UNTV po, Dante Amento.
Sir, good morning po.
Good morning, sir.
Sir, kung di po ako nagkakamali, kayo po yung grupo na eyeing to reconcile the Duterte and Marcoses. Ano pong nangyari dito, sir? Are you sa tingin niyo ba, with this current development that we have now, may chance pa po bang magkasundo yung alinsunod dun sa gusto niyo sanang mangyari?
Ang pagkakasundo naman po na aming ipinopropose ay pagkakasundo para sa kapakanan ng bayan. Ang sinabi ko nga po kung personal, hindi magkasundo, pero yung usaping bayan, sana po pag-usapan ng maayos. Dahil sa usaping bayan, damay po tayo doon. At ito naman po ay dininig sa aking palagay ng dalawang kampo. Ang Pangulong Duterte sabi, pumayag. Ang Pangulong Marcos naman, nakarating naman po sa kanya yung aming sulat. At bagamat hindi natuloy yung pag-uusap, pero nakita natin, tumigil naman po yung personal na batuhan at naging social issues naman po ang pag-usapan, which is better for me ng ganun.
Second, sir, may pronouncement po yata ang dating presidente that he is willing now to face the Quadcom bilang alay po niya. Sa tingin niyo, panahon na po talagang harapin niya yung mga questions over the war on drugs ng Duterte administration?
I think it's the President Duterte po ang makakasagot niyan. At kung ano man po ang kanyang maging desisyon, akin po yung susuportahan dahil naniniwala ako na kaya niyang ipagtanggol at tayuan ang kanyang mga ginawa at aming ginawa ng aming panahon.
Sherry Ann Torres, ABS-CBN.
Hi, Com. Good morning po.
Ma'am.
Apo. Sir, pa-clarify, yung bang BG na acronym is incidental lang to Bongo's initials?
Palagay ko kasi Belgica Greco din yun Tsaka bantay at gabay ng bayan, which is really what we want to espouse. Of course, other than being Bisaya, good. Pero yung pagbabantay, like pagbabantay sa korupsyon, pagbabantay sa pang-abuso sa gobyerno, pagbabantay sa taong bayan, or karapatan at kalayahan ng taong bayan, at pagiging gabay po ng pamahalaan sa tamang gawain, sa mga Christian values na ating, or Christian systems of government na atin pong ini-espouse para sa kaunlaran ng ating bansa.
Commissioner, kasi parang kung sakali na mananalo nga po itong anong tawag dito?
BG.
Bisaya Youth Party List. Tama po ba yung parang nakikita namin na impression na magiging watchdog. Most likely magiging parang not really opposition, but a watchdog of the current administration. Kung ano yung ginagawa nito.
Watchdog po ng ating pamahalaan para sa tao, regardless of the administration. Ako naman po, ang aking kasaysayan sa pamahalaan, sa paglilingkod ko for over 20 years, lagi naman po ako talagang sa tama lang eh. Whether ito ay sa administrasyon ngayon o sino mga administrasyon, basta para po tayo sa tao, sa tama at sa katarungan. Yun po ang ating isusunod.
Okay, maraming salamat po. Time is up. 8 minutes.
Maraming salamat po.
Maraming
Mabuhay at
salamat.
mahal ko po ang bayang Pilipino.